Flaming hello everybody and welcome back to a new playful sketchbook session. It is a super gloomy and rainy day, not the best for filming because of the lightning, but absolutely perfect for a cozy sketchbook session. And yeah, why not spend this time together? I'm going to create a whimsical spread filled with various objects, and I love this approach when it comes to sketching, especially because it gives me a lot of freedom. Despite the fact it is a pretty playful approach, yeah, sometimes it is difficult to start. You sit in the front of a blank page, unsure where to begin and how to begin, and what you should draw first, but there is one perfect solution. Just start. I saw a random frog photo on Pinterest and decided to turn it into a character. Honestly, without any clear idea of how it would turn out, I just realized that I want to add some sort of human-like body shape to this frog character. Once one object is finished, of course, it is usually much easier to keep going and fill the spread with other objects. I'd like to talk a little bit about references and inspiration in general. Well, when I work in my sketchbook, I often draw from my imagination, or I use Pinterest for inspiration and try to turn Pinterest references into my own stylized objects. By the way, recently I noticed a not very pleasant issue with Pinterest. I think you will get what I mean. It tends to create a visual bubble to you based on the things you save or you like a lot. And yeah, when you open your home feed on Pinterest, it is usually a very rare situation when you can find something new in your feed. For example, my Pinterest feed is filled with flowers, fruits, different botanical illustrations, color palettes, and sometimes I have to refresh it very often to get something new into my feed, and yeah, it happens not very often. And because of this reason, recently I started experimenting with the search bar on Pinterest, trying to type in different search requests to find something new for myself. Random photo, random object to draw, and even sometimes more detailed, like beautiful interior, food illustrations, something like this. And yes, sometimes it offers to me something new and I can, something grabs my attention and I can sketch it or draw it. So yeah, if you feel like Pinterest can't surprise you anymore, your home feed on Pinterest, try to play around with more detailed and varied search requests, so it might be very helpful for your process. For me, it works in a way that I try to explore categories that I wouldn't typically click on, and yeah, sometimes it helps me to get out of my comfort zone and to draw something different. I believe it is a great idea to use references in your creative work, and in my case, I usually use them mostly for inspiration, and I try not to copy references, in an identical way. And I, of course, like to bring my own style and I like to stylize them. And I also think that approach of combining different references into one picture can work very well. So yeah, I like to play around with references, and it is always a pretty entertaining process for me. I think it is a good moment to tell you about my Patreon. Here are some things you can find there: color exploration posts for your inspiration, tutorials, my textured brush set for Procreate, long process videos, digital art prints, exclusive sketches, and more. I would be happy to see you in my tiny creative community. There's no pressure, of course. Thank you so much for your attention, and now let's get back to the video. When the rough sketch was ready, I began filling it with tempera. Yeah, I work with tempera again, it is my favorite paint, I can't do anything with it. This time I decided not to use a restricted color palette because sometimes I like to bring more color balance to composition I work on, but this time I decided to do it in a more natural way. Yeah, I wanted this process to flow naturally, and I just decided to see in the process which colors will suit better the objects that I have already sketched. The best part of sketching for me is the sense of playfulness. I don't overthink. Basically, I don't think too much in general while I'm sketching. I don't worry about the precision of brush strokes or about their accuracy. I just let it go. I don't need it. No. I prefer to sketch quickly. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this process. And honestly, I often like my sketches more than super detailed, finalized, full-scale paintings. I believe that the messiness of sketching is something I want to incorporate into my other more proper, finalized work, but I can't, guys. It is very difficult not to control everything. It is very difficult to approach full-scale paintings in a more playful way, and I can't do it while doing it. So yeah, this is something I need probably to work on. For example, when I work on a canvas painting, I feel that it is very serious and yeah, I need to keep everything under control, and I don't want this painting to look like a sketch, of course, but I don't know, yeah. So sometimes sketchbook spreads are more attractive to me. The wonderful thing is that I can always spend time sketching and exploring this more messy approach, and yeah, maybe someday I will allow myself to bring it into my full-scale art. Unfortunately, by the end of the day, I couldn't finish the full spread because the lighting had become too bad, too poor, so I had to put it off until the next day. The next day, it was such a satisfying feeling to return to an almost finished spread, to add a couple more elements and to add the final touches. One of my favorite parts is working on the tiny details when the paint layer is already finished, and I usually add extra details with a red pencil. I used the same pencil for sketching, and one of my recent discoveries is acrylic markers, and they work very well for adding details over tempera paint. So yeah, I will show you what I do with these materials, and yeah, mainly it is about adding accents. Ta-da! The whimsical sketchbook spread is finished. I'm so happy with how it turned out, especially with all these tiny details and these little objects. Yeah, I just love it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the process, and I hope it brought you some joy and inspiration. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do remember how important it is. And you can also check out my Patreon, there you can find plenty of interesting content. Thanks again, and see you in the next video. Bye bye!